मास्क उतारो जी में आप सबका स्वागत है। मेरे साथ है आज सुशांत सरीन। आज हम बात करेंगे क्योंकि मैंने उनकी एक ट्वीट पढ़ी थी तो उससे रिलेटेड बात करेंगे जो मुझे मेरे पर्सनल व्यूज हैं that there is a nexus between Indian politicians and BCCI and it's no secret and it's a classical case of power meeting money. Politicians see cricket not as a sport but as a gold mine for influence and control, and that's what happens in BCCI, I feel, because we have a lot of politicians who are involved in BCCs working and they do dominate and they do have a lot of say in it. Hi, Sushant.
Hi.
Sushant, I read your tweet about you asking the government to clarify something. What was that tweet? Can you tell me?
They've come out with a policy statement which says that on basically it's about Pakistan, but then they've done virtue signaling and saying, trying to give this thing that international tournaments India can become a venue for international tournaments, etc., etc. So they're trying to link it up with this whole Asia Cup and cricket thing. And to my mind, while they are very clear that there will be no bilateral matches between India and Pakistan, either in India or anywhere else, or in Pakistan, they haven't specified that if there is a multilateral tournament, an international tournament in Pakistan, will the Indian cricket team go, or any other Indian team go and play in Pakistan? They haven't specified. Similarly, it's very clear that if there is an international tournament in India, no matter which sport, they will invite Pakistan, which is okay. That I can understand. But then they go on to, so they haven't specified whether the Indian teams will go to Pakistan to play international tournaments. One. Second, they haven't specified. They have said that because we want to promote India as a venue for sports, we will have this new visa and visa regime for sports officials of other countries. Now, if there is an IAS officer who is in charge of a particular sports body in Pakistan, are you going to give him a multi-entry visa into India for 5 years? What about Mohsin Naqvi, who is the chairman of Pakistan Cricket Board? Does he get a 5-year multiple entry visa into India? Then no questions asked. They haven't specified. So they have left a lot more unsaid than they have said. Now, my point is that if you read that policy statement, it appears that what a lot of people have been speculating, that India is making a pitch for 2036 Olympics, and this could harm our chances in the 2036 Olympics. Pehle to ye yaar, nobody knows whether there will be a world and in what form it will be in 2036. First and foremost, okay? We don't know what will happen in the bloody next 6 months. What do we know about what will happen after 12 years or 10 years or whatever? That is one. Secondly, for the sake of holding an Olympic, are you going to sacrifice all your principles and say, okay, fine, we have to hold the Olympics, so a little bit of terrorism or associating with a terrorist country like Pakistan doesn't matter. It's par for the course. Now, I understand and I agree that yes, we will participate in international tournaments in which Pakistan is also taking part. But we can always take a decision that if in the course of the tournament, there is a match between India and Pakistan, we will boycott the match. We will not play this country because this is a terror sponsoring country. This country's hands are awash with the blood of Indians. We will not play with them. Right? Can you or can you not take a decision? Or is it only soldiers and their families who have to make sacrifices in this country? Okay, it's all very well to say Op Sindoor is still on and then say no, but this is an international tournament, so we'll go and play Pakistan. And look, it's not that you are wanting to pay Pakistan. You have rigged the tournament in a way that you have not one match, you have 3 matches so that you make more money.
True.
Now, again, I have no problems with politicians wanting to get involved in BCCI. They will do it, whether I like it or not. and they will use it for influence peddling, which is what politicians do. I don't have a problem with that. None whatsoever. I have also no problem with the fact that BCCI is going to try and look at its commercial interests. But can there or can there not be a balance between commercial interest and national interest? Or is BCCI's commercial interest much greater than India's national interest? So I have no problem with a Rajiv Shukla, Arun Jaitley, you name the person, being a member of BCCI and doing what they are doing. I don't have a problem with that. But one, the government can take a call on this. Second, if it's only about commercial interests, the fact of the matter remains that BCCI will not go bust if you don't play Pakistan. You will make maybe a little more money, maybe 20, 30, 40% more. But if you are not to play Pakistan, supposing India is playing Sri Lanka, do you think people will not watch that match? Do you think advertisers will not advertise in that match? Do you think there's no commercial value in that match? So, this whole thing being given that it is only because they want to make money that they want to go ahead with this doesn't stand up to scrutiny. It doesn't make sense. And for a government which is constantly trying to, wear its nationalism and its patriotism on its sleeve, for them, this kind of a statement which has come today is shocking. It makes absolutely no sense. It does not satisfy me that they've come out with a good, coherent policy.
अच्छा सुशांत, आप मुझे बताओ कि क्या बीसीसीआई इतना पावरफुल है कि वो एक जो लेजिस्लेशन पास होता है वो उसमें अपने फेवर में करवा लेती है? इतना पावरफुल है बीसीसीआई?
Yeah, clearly they are very powerful. Where is the doubt? Look at the money which they make. They don't take any money from the government of India, number one. Okay? Look at the money they make. You compare that with the Football Federation or the Hockey Federation or badminton, kho-kho, kabaddi, archery, wrestling also. Where is the comparison? So they're very powerful. You will see politicians want to give their right arm and a right leg to get into BCCI, to control it. So that tells you about the, you get a very high profile. It's a very powerful organization in that sense. But now it seems it's even more powerful than the government of India.
Yeah, because BCCI posting, the seat in BCCI is considered like a political posting.
Yeah. So it's now, because there is a lot of political influencing which goes on in ensuring who becomes the president of the various units of BCCI and then who ultimately becomes the president of BCCI. All of that, which is, again, I don't have a problem with all that political. I have no problem at all. In fact, I'm a fan of BCCI and the way it's commercialized the sport. I have no issues on that. Okay. And I think basically, by and large, they managed it well. Again, I've said this earlier also on your program. I don't have a problem with that. My only problem is on an issue like this. And if you are ready to play with these buggers, then on what basis are you saying? Then why not have bilateral series? What's the problem? But ya to principle ye ho na, principle is I'm not going to play with these guys. I don't want to be associated with these Malechas. Okay, I'm not going to play with them. Ya to ab ye principle rakho. But I also know what is going to happen. Then somebody will say, अच्छा जी, खेलने के मैदान में तो नहीं जाते, बट एससीओ में जाओगे, यूएन में जाओगे, वहां पर भी तो ये होगा. हाँ भाई होगा, बट मैं उससे हाथ नहीं मिलाऊंगा, मैं उसके गले नहीं मिलूंगा, मैं उससे शेक हैंड नहीं करूंगा. I will not be associating with that low life. Yes, unfortunately, because I don't call the shots out there, I might be sharing a picture with the guy. I might be in the same picture as that fellow. I might be in the same room as that fellow, but I'm not associating with him. And to compare that with a Khelon ka Maidan, and that also deliberately rigged, draw of lots on who's going to play whom. There is a big difference between the two. This is like saying, why didn't Modi go to Washington and shake hands with Asim Munir? Bhai, Modi then should have gone. If your cricket team can go to Dubai and shake hands with these buggers, then why could Modi not go to Washington and shake hands with Asim Munir?
और एंड सुशांत अनदर थिंग, अगर ये कमर्शियल एस्पेक्ट देखा जाए बीसीसीआई का कि उनका ये कमर्शियली बेसिक पैसों का ही खेल है ना सारा, अगर ये अलाउड है तो फिर जो लोग ट्रेड करना चाहते हैं पाकिस्तान से उनको भी अलाउ करने तो वाया दुबई होंगी।
हाँ, आपने तो वो भी बंद कर दिया, वाया दुबई भी बंद कर दिया,
उनको
तो
भी
आप
पैसे कमाने।
हाँ, आप फिर फिल्मों को क्यों आपने बैन किया हुआ है? फिर आप सब कुछ अलाउ करो। बट ये देखो ना, दिस इज वेयर इट गेट्स माय, अच्छा अगेन, if in the United Nations I say these people should not be there, I'm a voice in the wilderness. There are 200 other countries, okay? So I don't call the shots. If in SCO I say it, there are other countries also. They have their own interests, so they'll want them in. So will happen in cricket. But in cricket, I bring 80%, 90% of the money. Does that count for something? हमारे यहाँ पर जो बोलते हैं ना, यूएनएससी में हमारे को सीट, अबे यार तुम क्या करोगे? तुमसे साला आईसीसी नहीं संभलता जहां पर तुम सुपर पावर हो, तुम साला यूएनएससी में क्या करोगे? वहां पर भी भंज मारोगे तुम। हमको तो मिलनी नहीं चाहिए यूएनएससी की सीट, हम वी आर नॉट केपेबल ऑफ इट। हम अगर बीसीसीआई और ये साला आईसीसी को नहीं हैंडल कर सकते, हम यूएनएससी को क्या हैंडल करेंगे? कोई मुझे बताए ना कि वहां पर आप कौन से तीर मार लेंगे भाई? आप यहां पर तो अपना इंटरेस्ट प्रोटेक्ट नहीं कर सकते, यहां तो आप घुटने देख देते हो, आप सरेंडर कर जाते हो टोटली। वहां क्यों करते हो? फिर वो भी मत लो। और यहां पर बिकॉज यू हैव सो मच लेवरेज, आप इतना तो बोल सकते हो ना, ठीक है जी टूर्नामेंट होगा, हम नहीं खेलेंगे इनके साथ, चाहे हम उसके बाद सेमीफाइनल में आए ना आए, डजंट मैटर, वी विल नॉट प्ले दीज बगर्स, एंड ऑफ द स्टोरी।
And on top of it, India is hosting that tournament.
India is hosting it, and we are hosting it in UAE.
And
So
उसमें
Pakistan, nothing adds up. Nothing adds up. So it's quite clear that this is, it leaves a very bad taste in the mouth what they have done.
And people are going to watch it, and then they are going to rub it वो करके कि बार-बार बोलेंगे कि देखो बड़ा बॉयकॉट कर रहे थे, इतने लोगों ने देख लिया।
हाँ, वो ठीक है, वो दिखाते रहे, हम तो नहीं, मैं तो नहीं देखूंगा ना। आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू see it, tweet it. If you win, I'm not going to celebrate it. If you lose, I don't give a shit. But I think it puts a very, very bad taste in the mouth.
You think government will come under pressure the way people are criticizing it? And it's BJP is supposed to be a very nationalist government, very patriotic, and
पता लग गया ना कि नेशनलिज्म और पेट्रियोटिज्म तो पता लग ही गया।
चलो अब थैंक यू सो मच, आपने टाइम निकाला मुझे, एंड आई होप कि इतना प्रेशर पड़ रहा है, शायद गवर्नमेंट कुछ कर दे, और क्या पता नहीं होगा, और इंडिया से तो लोग जाएंगे दुबई मैच देखने।
On this matter, they are utterly shameless and tone deaf.
Thanks so much, Sushant. Thank you.
See you.